Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to share with you my sinking funds update and how I set up my sinking funds. Yesterday was that time of the year where a lot of my bills were up for renewal, and I always like to be proactive, but one thing I've always struggled with is sorting my car insurance on time. I've heard quite a few people mention if you sort your car insurance a few weeks earlier you can get a better deal, and I definitely was able to experience that yesterday when I sorted my car insurance 3 weeks before it's due. Because of lockdown, it's actually been cheaper this year, but I do believe it's a combination of factors. I wasn't expecting to, but to secure the policy I needed to put a deposit of £55 down there and then. This was the first year I was in a position to do that, and funnily enough this is the first year that I have been on a low income. Really got me thinking, what's changed? And to put it bluntly, it's my money management. It's the fact that I'm very proactive with my finances. I don't wait till last minute, and I'm always trying to search for better deals and trying to keep my bills as low as possible. So today I thought I would share a bit more about how I manage my finances on a low income and how I get by, and I thought I would share with you the tips I use to set up my sinking funds and also give you a bit of progress about my sinking funds so far for 2021. If you like the sound of the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. So for the setup, because I'm on a low income, I've decided to keep it really simple. Initially I had a number of sinking funds. I probably had about 7 when I was working full time before I had my daughter. However, in the last year, I reduced this down to 3 sinking funds. Now, Dave Ramsey mentions a quote where he says, Christmas isn't an emergency, and it's really stuck with me because that was one of the biggest expenses I would have every single year, and I would be that typical person that would be running around the shops last minute on the 24th of December. So to keep it very simple, I have Christmas as a sinking fund, birthdays as a sinking fund, and then also I have another pot called Other. And the reason why I have this other pot is because obviously I don't feel I can afford to save for many different things. I can't afford a household sinking fund as well as a car maintenance sinking fund. Therefore, by having Other, use that pot for anything, and then whatever comes up first, I can use it for that. In other words, if that event will definitely happen, then it's worth saving for it. There's so many benefits to sinking funds. The main one being that I no longer use credit. I haven't used credit for nearly 4 years now, and that's simply because I save first. By saving first, it always ensures that I've got some money there. Even when I didn't plan on spending, for example, yesterday I didn't plan on spending for my car insurance, but I had the money there rather than putting it on the credit card. So the calculation is really simple. Let's say, for example, it's January and we're saving for Christmas at the end of the year. That means that we've got 12 months till Christmas. Then you've got to decide what your desired amount is. So let's say, for example, you would like to save £500 for Christmas. Well, then you would divide 500 by 12, which would be £41.67. That means your monthly instalments would be £41.67. Every month you will contribute £41.67 towards your Christmas fund. Then by the end of the year, you would have a fully funded £500 for your Christmas savings. The 3 key sinking funds I'm saving for is Christmas, birthdays and Other. Over the last couple of months, I've recently increased my birthdays and Other sinking fund because I realised that £10 a month just wasn't enough, and birthdays were creeping up round the corner. I've got my partner and my daughter's birthday both in the summer in July and August, and then my son's later on in the year. So every week I have a savings challenge where I challenge myself to save an additional £10 towards Christmas and an additional £10 towards my emergency fund. This has really helped bump up my savings. So far this year I have £175 towards both my Christmas and emergency fund, of which majority of that has come from my weekly savings, and then in addition I have my monthly payments for my sinking funds. Going forward, I would love to save a bit more as I have managed to reduce my bills. So a few tips that have really helped me manage my sinking funds and have some form form of success with it is to start early. The earlier you start, the less you notice the amount disappear from your account. This is the first year I've started saving for Christmas in January. Usually I would wait till summertime, but honestly I barely notice it compared to when I start in summer. The next one is to use trackers to stay motivated. So I really love looking at my numbers over time and seeing how much progress I've made. It really helps me stay motivated and know that I am making progress. No matter how small it is, it all mounts up. And the third one is something I'm personally a big fan of, and that is to personalize your banking. Now please let me know if you'd like me to do another video on this. I can do a separate video where I share with you all the tips that I use to personalize my banking to ensure that it matches my savings goals. Personalizing your banking can really help, from having different saving pots to renaming your accounts. It can all help contribute towards the success of your savings. Right now I'm on maternity leave and I'm not on the same pay that I usually would be on. I'm on a much lower pay, but I am still having success in saving, and I think that's mainly because I'm really focused on maintaining the habit. At the minute I just want to focus on keeping the habit up, and then when I return back to work, back to receiving a bigger income, I'll be able to contribute bigger amounts, and I won't have to build positive habits. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.